Alright, so this is going to be what will happen when you see a problem that looks like this, or what to do when you see a problem that looks like this, or a problem that looks like this. Where they give you a coordinate with a hole. Either here or here. It'll be a question mark. It's an unknown. So what we do is we solve for the unknown by plugging in what we do know. So we have two unknowns in this equation, but we do know one of them. We know this is y, and this is x. Same with this. We know this is x, and this is y. So in this case, we know that y is 3. So we take our equation and say this is 3 equals 2 times x plus 5. Now we solve for x. So we're going to have minus 5 minus 5. We get negative 2 equals 2x. Divide by 2 because x is multiplied by 2. X equals negative 1. Alright, so what we did is we plugged in for y the value we knew and solved for x. Now we get a point that looks like this. Now it may ask you what this is, or it may ask you for the point, it depends. But that's how you find your other value. Now we're going to do it again, but with this question. We have, we know the x in this case, so it's y equals 2 times 2 plus 5. So in this case, we know that x is 2. Okay, that's 5. Okay. So this is going to be 4 plus 5. So y equals 9. Again, you just plug in the variable that you know and solve for the one you don't. It gets harder when you don't know y, or when you know y and don't know x. It's easy when you don't know y, but you know x. Now let's do one that's going to be a little different. It's going to have a fraction in it, if that makes sense. So these ones, remember, the first, plug in the variable you know, solve for the variable you don't. We're going to do another one. This one's going to have a fraction in it, and it'll make more sense. So x is now going to be there. We're given the point 2, 3. Or we're given the point, sorry, not 2, 3. I need to separate those out. What if we're given the point something like this? Question mark 3 and 2 question mark. What would we do? So first we would plug in what we know. Let's take this one. All right, so we plug in our 3 for y because that's what we know. We know 3 is y in this one. All right, now we solve. Minus 3, minus 3. We get 0 equals, let's see, 2 over 5x. Now we need to get x by itself, so we need to multiply by 5 to get the 5 off the bottom. 0 multiplied by 5 is still 0. And then we divide by 2. So x in this case equals 0. So for this first point, it's 0, 3. Okay, that's cool. Now we need to decide what 2 is. So again, plug in the variable you don't know, solve for the one that you, or plug in the variable you do know, solve for the one that you don't. Let's talk about this x thing here. When you have an x next to a fraction, it's the same as this. 2 to the 5x is the same as 2x divided by 5. If you remember that from our previous conversations. So if that's the case, then this can be written as 2 times 2 over 5. So 4 over 5 plus 3. Now we need to get a common denominator. The common denominator here is 15. We get 12 over 15 because we're going to multiply this one by 3 and this one by 3. And this is 3 over 1. We're going to multiply this by 5 and this by 5. And we get y equals 37 or 27 fifteenths. So now we get 2 and 27 fifteenths. All right. So here, there's a couple things to note. Whenever you have an x next to a fraction, the x is always on top. Whenever you have it multiplied by another number, it'll multiply straight to the top. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with fractions. The x, like we said here, this will always go to the top because this is x over 1, and when you multiply straight across. So the 2 goes to the x, the 5 goes to the 1, we get 2x over 5. So another way to write this is to move this x up here. All right. So that is how you would plug in for a missing variable.